I was paying a transcription API to turn my audio into text, sales calls, voice memos, video source. Then I moved the whole thing onto a GPU box I already rent for something else, and the marginal cost dropped to zero. Same accuracy, faster turnaround. Here is the exact setup, end to end. If you run any kind of content or automation pipeline, transcription shows up everywhere. Meeting notes, podcast chapters, subtitle tracks, feeding audio into an agent. The default move is to call a hosted API. It works, it is cheap per minute, and you never think about it again. Until the minutes add up, or the audio is confidential, or the API has a bad day and your pipeline stalls. I hit all three, so I deployed Whisper on my own hardware, wrapped it so my existing workflows did not need rewriting, and have run it in production since. This is what that takes, what it costs, and where it is genuinely not worth it. Concretely, here is the load. Roughly 60 hours of audio a month. About 40 hours of that is sales and discovery calls I want structured notes from. Another 10 is voice memos, me talking through an idea on a walk that I want as searchable text. The last 10 is video source for the channel, where I need a clean transcript to cut from. On a hosted transcription API at the going rate of $0.006 per minute, 60 hours is about $21 a month. Not a crisis. But two things bothered me. The sales calls contain client names and numbers I would rather not ship to a third party by default. And the cost only goes one direction as the channel and the agency grow. Self-hosting fixes both, and the hardware was already sitting there. Here's the part that makes the economics work. I already rent a GPU box on Hetzner for self-hosted Llama. We covered that build in an earlier video. That machine is up anyway, and for most of the day the GPU is idle. Transcription is a perfect fit for that idle time. Whisper is not a constant load. It runs in bursts when a call ends or a file lands. So I am not paying for new hardware. I am using capacity I had already committed to. The marginal cost of every hour I transcribe is the electricity, which Hetzner already bundles into the flat monthly price. That is the whole reason this is close to free, and it is also the honest caveat. If you do not already have a GPU box for another reason, the math is different, and I will come back to that. Whisper is the model, but you do not run the original OpenAI implementation in production. There are faster builds, two real options. One, whisper.cpp, a C++ port that runs well on CPU and on Apple Silicon, great when you have no GPU. Two, faster Whisper, which uses the C Translate 2 backend and is dramatically faster on an NVIDIA GPU. I have a GPU, so faster Whisper wins easily. On model size, Whisper ships in several sizes from tiny to large. I run large version 3. The smaller models are quicker, but they slip on proper nouns, accents, and technical vocabulary, which is exactly the content I care about. Large version 3 needs about 10 gigabytes of VRAM in the C Translate 2 format, which the box has comfortably. The speed payoff is the headline. On this GPU, faster Whisper transcribes at roughly 15 to 20 times real time. A 60-minute call is done in 3 to 4 minutes. The same file on the original CPU implementation would take longer than the call itself. One flag matters most. VAD filter runs voice activity detection first and skips silence, which both speeds things up and stops the model from hallucinating text into quiet gaps. That hallucination into silence problem is the single most common Whisper complaint, and the VAD filter is the fix. Running it from a script is fine for a test. In production, I want my existing workflows to keep working without a rewrite. The trick is to expose Whisper behind the same HTTP shape the hosted API already uses. Then every workflow just changes a base URL and nothing else. So I wrap faster Whisper in a small fast API service with one endpoint that mirrors the hosted audio transcription route. The key decision is loading the model once at startup and keeping it warm in VRAM, not loading it per request. Cold loading large version 3 takes several seconds. Warm, the only time you pay is the actual transcription. So the service holds the model in memory for the life of the process. I put it behind the reverse proxy already running on the box with a bearer token so nothing on the open internet can hit it, and I run it as a container so a crash restarts cleanly. Binding to local host and letting the existing proxy terminate TLS means the transcription service itself never listens on a public port. One less thing to harden. Now the payoff. My N8N workflows that used to call the hosted transcription API change exactly one thing. The base URL. Same multi-part upload, same response field. Because the endpoint speaks the same dialect, nothing downstream noticed. The workflow that turns a finished sales call into structured CRM notes kept working. It just stopped sending audio to a third party and stopped costing per minute. For the channel, the source video transcription step feeds the same file straight into the editing notes. For voice memos, a folder watcher drops new audio onto the endpoint and writes the text back next to it. All three of the original workloads, same service, no per call cost. The question everyone asks, is the self-hosted version as good? For my content, large version 3 is effectively indistinguishable from the hosted API. They are close cousins to begin with. I checked it properly rather than trusting a vibe. I took 10 real calls, ran them through both, and compared word error rate against a hand-corrected reference. The difference was inside the noise. Where both struggle is the same places: heavy crosstalk, thick accents on rare technical terms, bad phone audio. Self-hosting does not magically fix hard audio, but it does not lose anything either, and that was the bar. One real win on my side: no rate limits and no upload size ceiling. A 2-hour recording goes through in one shot. On the hosted API, I was chunking long files to stay under the limit and stitching them back, which is exactly the kind of glue code that breaks at the worst time. That is gone now. Let me put real numbers on it. The hosted API for my 60 hours was about $21 a month and rising with volume. Self-hosted, the GPU box is a fixed cost I was already paying for the Llama workload, so the transcription marginal cost is zero. Every additional hour I throw at it stays zero until I saturate the GPU, which at 15 to 20 times real time is a very long way off for bursty audio. Now the honest version. If you spin up a GPU box only for transcription, the math flips hard. A dedicated GPU box on Hetzner runs well over €100 a month if you leave it on. Against a $21 API bill, that is a terrible trade. This only wins because the box earns its keep on another workload and transcription rides the idle time. Shared cost is the entire argument. What this is not, and what to watch. It is not speaker diarization. Whisper gives you the words, not who said them. If you need Mix said this, the client said that, you bolt on a separate diarization step. That is a different model and a different video. It is not zero maintenance. It is a service on a box you own. When the GPU driver updates or the container needs a rebuild, that is on you, not on a vendor's on-call rotation. Most months that is nothing. Some months it is an hour. It is not worth it under low volume. If you transcribe a couple of hours a month, the hosted API is a few dollars, and your time is worth more than the setup. And it is not free if you buy hardware for it. I will say it a third time because it is the mistake people make. The win here is idle capacity on a box that already exists. No idle box, no win. The full service, the Docker file, the compose file, and the N8N node config are on GitHub at the link below. MIT licensed. Clone it, set your token, point your workflows at it. If you want the word error rate test harness, I used to verify accuracy on your own audio before you trust it. That script is in the repo too. Next video, the box this runs on. That GPU server is the most expensive thing in my stack, and leaving it running full time would cost more than everything else combined. So I built a lifecycle around it that brings it down to roughly €14 a month instead of 170. Same hardware, automated up and down. Subscribe if you want to see how the GPU box pays for itself instead of bleeding you. Thanks for watching.